In this video, we are going to walk through M08L02, and the first video is going to be all about using tabs for navigation, and in our second video, we're actually going to use flyout menus. To get started, we have a little bit of starter code to begin with. It's telling us that we need to create a new .NET MAUI application using the name using navigation. So let's go ahead and let's create a new solution. Picking .NET MAUI for my recents, using navigation. I'm going to put it in my junk folder. You can put it wherever you would like. This is going to be a .NET 9. We're not going to include the sample code, and then we can go ahead and create the solution. Once we create the solution, we're going to go ahead and create a new folder. This is going to be our views folder. Right click, add new folder. This is going to be views. Then in our views, we're going to go ahead and create a number of pages. The very first one that we're going to create is going to be main page. Even though we have a main page, we're going to put it in our view folder. We're going to go ahead and create another new page. This is going to be blue page. Then another one. This is going to be red page. Followed by a new one. This is going to be green page. And finally, the last one is going to be yellow page. We're going to go ahead and go to our app shell. We need to add a namespace for our views, XML NS. Call this views equals, and in this case we're using navigation, so if we start typing using, then it's going to bring up our options that contain using, and we can pick the views. Once we have that done, we can change this to be views. That's going to essentially reference our main page and our views, and then we can go ahead and get rid of the main page down here. Just go ahead and delete that. If we go ahead and save everything, we should be able to get going, but we want to do a little bit more configuration, and for each one of these pages, we have some sample code to cut and paste in. So for our main page, we have this that we're going to use to replace whatever's there. Going back, this is going to be in our main page. Replacing this with this. Has just a little bit more in there. It's not going to be a very lovely page. We're going to change this to be title of main page, and we also want to add a background color for this. And it's going to change the appearance, and for this one we're going to use static resource primary. So those should be all the changes that were indicated. If we switch back to our page, it told us to change the title, page background, and then copy in our code. We're going to go ahead and copy this in for our blue page. It wants us to add the page background to blue, and then we're going to change the title to blue page as well. So going back to our blue page in the XAML, change this to blue page, add the background color, set this equal to blue, and then we're going to replace this with what we copied and pasted. Then we're going to go to the green page, and in this case we're going to go ahead and do this. Change that to the name green page. This is going to be background color, and this is going to be green. And if we go ahead and copy over, let's go down to our green page, copy this in, going back, replacing this. Then we have our red page. This is going to be red page. It's going to have a background color of red. Essentially, we're making these pages really visible and not doing a lot of changes to them. We're just more focused on our navigation than anything else. And we're going to go ahead and copy the XAML for our red page. Paste that in. And then finally we have our yellow page. So this is going to be a yellow page. Background color is going to be yellow. And this one's going to be really, really bold color. And for our yellow page, we're going to go ahead and grab the code here and paste in our vertical stack. So that pretty much is going to be all the changes that we're going to be making to the pages. Again, we're not doing a whole lot to our pages. We're more concerned about the navigation. If we switch to our app shell, this is where we're going to essentially put all of our navigation. And if we go ahead and change this to using navigation, that's probably a nicer looking title. We need to go back, and in this case, we need to download some images. So go ahead and download those. Once those are downloaded, you'll want to unzip those images. And we want to copy all these images and essentially place them within our resources images folder. So if I do a right click on that and open file in file folder, I should be able to put in my images. So you can see that we have a Y for yellow, a B for blue, G for green, R for red, and then we have a purple home. We'll be using those with our tabs, and if we go back now, we should be able to copy in the tab bar. So we're going to essentially replace everything that we have in our code. So right now we have the shell content. We're going to replace that with our tab. Each one of these is going to be using a path to route to the page. So in this case, it's using the views main page and providing that distinct route. Then we have the red page with a distinct route to red page. And because we're adding it here, we should be able to change and reference these things. So if we go ahead and run this, so save everything, we can see that we have red page, green page, blue page, yellow page. Now notice that it's not showing our icons in the colors, and that's kind of a thing with how it is essentially displaying the icons. It doesn't do that, but we'll see the color of the icons when we use the flyout menu. Now this is on Windows. It's going to put the tab bar at the top. If we would go ahead and switch, I don't know what its problem is here. I actually did stop it. Change this to be Android, and I have a Pixel 7. We can see where it's actually going to put that menu at the top. Give it a chance for it to start. Android is always so pokey. Hasn't finished the deploy because you can see the last thing that it had deployed there up, which was the customer list. Notice that it places them down at the bottom. We have the red page, the green page, the blue page, and the yellow page. So it basically puts the menu, and isn't that lovely, based on where it normally is going to render those types of menus. So for the Android, it would put the tab bar down at the bottom. For Windows, it's going to put it at the top. In the next video, we're going to take a look at the flyout menus.